Alright, welcome back to the channel. I just got a new Glock 19 and I picked it up today. I had to order it because my gun shop was out of them. So I had them order me a Generation 3 Glock 19. It came with 2 magazines. I put the cleaning brush and the cleaning rod in my cleaning kit that I have. And the manual and all the good stuff is up here. And it also came with a lock. Okay, so here's the handgun here. I have one magazine loaded up with hollow points just to break in the spring, and in a couple days I'll do the same to this one. Okay, so yeah, Glock 19 3rd generation, 9mm, just adopted by the US Navy SEALs, which is really cool. And while considering to buy this handgun, I learned that fact in the process of it, and that kind of reinforced making the decision to go with the Glock 19. So I was looking at the Glock 19 and the Glock 17, and either one is a good choice. But the more I thought about it to choose which one I wanted, I was thinking about the handguns I already have, and I have a SIG P226, and that's a full-size 9mm. So, the Glock 17 is also a full-size 9mm. And so I chose the Glock 19 because I wanted a 9mm that's a little smaller than a full service size pistol, but at the same time it'll make it a little bit more easy to conceal carry. And it's very well known that the Glock 19 will serve the role that the Glock 17 serves perfectly fine. It is a little bit smaller, but you still have 15 rounds of ammunition, which is really service size capacity. And the one benefit of the Glock 19 is that if I come across Glock 17 magazines, I can use them. If I have a Glock 17 and I run out of ammunition and I come across Glock 19 magazines, I'm out of luck. So there's more of a variety of magazines you can use with the Glock 19, which is what I really like about it. Now I do have a 5906 made by Smith & Wesson. It's 9mm, and it's pretty much the same size as this Glock, but I wanted something a little bit more lightweight, something a little bit more modern, and that 5906 is an older pistol, so I wanted a newer 9mm, just so I know all the parts are new and I don't have to worry about replacing anything anytime soon. Okay. So yeah, I had a Glock 22 in 40 caliber, and that was my first Glock. I had it for like 5 years, and within the past year, I started to go away from the 40 Smith & Wesson. Really no reason in doing so. It's just personally I like the 9mm or the 45 when it comes to a handgun. There's nothing wrong with the 40 caliber. If you like 40, that's awesome. But with modern ammunition, the 9mm and the 45 are just as effective, within reason, of the 40 caliber. I mean, there are slight differences in ballistics, but not one of them is not more superior or less superior than the other, in so dramatically that it would make someone choose one or the other. Okay, so it's just personal preference. The 40 Smith & Wesson is a high pressure round. So personally I like the 9mm or the 45. So and that's something else why I chose 9mm, because I already have a 45 in this size of a handgun, which is my HK-USP compact. So that's why I chose 9mm here. So I have a full-size 9mm. I have a mid-size, I guess you can call it, 9mm. This is not a compact by any means. The Glock 26, I would consider that a compact, which it pretty much is. But the Glock 19 is not a compact. It is a little bit smaller. It's like a medium-sized handgun. Fits my hand perfectly. If you can see that, my pinky, it's perfect. Some people have bigger hands and their pinky will be like that. You see that, how half the pinky's hanging off. But with my hands, it's like it was custom made. Standard sights, okay, which I like a lot. Some people don't like them. And I'm not going to upgrade anything on this gun here. I'm going to keep everything the same. I'm going to keep the standard magazine release, slide release, takedown tab, and polymer guide spring rod. I am going to put a grip plug in the bottom just because I don't like that hole there, that hollow hole. But, when I first got my Glock 22 5 years ago, I was very against having a polymer guide spring rod. But, over that time period and becoming more educated and more knowledgeable about, Glock firearms, the polymer guide spring rod, there's nothing wrong with it. This pistol was designed to be used with a polymer guide spring rod. In my opinion, it's more reliable than a steel guide spring rod just because the polymer is a little bit more flexible. Okay, it retains lubrication better. And they're really not that expensive. I have a couple extra ones if it concerns you, but I would keep the polymer guide spring rod in there. Glock recommends that you keep it in there. They totally back up using a polymer guide spring rod, and it's not just because of cost. Their engineering process, they chose the polymer guide spring rod. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing anything to this. I'm going to keep it stock, just like this. I like how the face of the trigger has serrations. The Glock 17 is smooth on the trigger, which is fine, but the serrations are nice. That's pretty much it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube of the Glock 19, but I just wanted to show you mine and my reasoning for getting this one. What's really cool is when I got my 5906, I bought a shoulder holster made by DeSantis, and it's a nylon holster, but in the description when I bought it, it said it'll also fit the Glock 19, so that's pretty cool. I can use that shoulder holster for the Glock 19. I am going to get an inside the waistband holster for it. So yeah, looking forward to owning it. It's a great choice for anybody. Of course the Navy SEALs just adopted it, so that's really cool. I love the P226. I was actually shocked when I heard that the Navy SEALs went to the Glock 19, not because, Glock's not an awesome pistol, it's just, really wasn't expecting to hear that news. But they did, and it's not a bad choice by any means. So thank you guys for watching, comment, and have a nice day. Alright, take care.